Hello, everyone. Today we have a Season 13 Week 3 game between Stircrazy on the red side and Lupeslounge on the blue side. So let's see what they're playing today. We have Stircrazy playing a. Whoa, this is. Alright, so we got Thanos here, but we've got a Wakanda. Yeah, Wakanda. Alright, I saw a storm threw me off there, but we've got Wakanda and we got a Killconda pivot. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what he ends up bringing. And then against him, Steven Lupeslounge is playing a. I'm trying to Oh, here we go. Criminal Syndicate list with Claw and Shadowlands Daredevil. Oh, this is very cool. I love all this. I'm excited. No Electra with the Claw. That's a really cool synergy that with the grunts. But we have Daredevil instead, actually. So that's interesting. Anyway. Either both players probably looking to get some attacks in. This will be an exciting match. I'm gonna let them know we're live. Joining me on commentary is Zeke. How's it going, man?
It's going great. Excited to be here. Excited to see these rosters. Some abnormal picks coming through, like Taskmaster, which would be pretty interesting into someone like Black Panther over there. So should be a good
Yeah,
match.
so this will be really cool. There's lots of players having good success with Wakanda this season, and Thanos is I've seen Kill Conda a few seasons back take out Pat Dunford. It was what a wild game. So that's I'm excited to see if that happens. But I'm looking at the crisis draw. So it looks like we have um, we had Stir Crazy on the red side win priority, and he chose his extracts, and we got Mayor Fisk as the secures and Spider Infected as the extract. So I mean, based on the points, it's like you could bring Thanos, but I doubt it because there's it's too many extracts. What do you think of the crises and what the players could bring?
Yeah, I think the Wakanda player is going to be pretty happy here. If you looked at the extracts that he brought, it was mostly centered around Killy, but this allows him to still have the Wakanda fast scoring Spirit of Wakanda plays with the spiders coming through on the criminals player. So he's got to be pretty happy with these extracts. Mayor Fisk is pretty fast as well. So that's a lot of points on the board. I don't think
Yeah.
we'll see Thanos here. I think we're going to see some pretty wide Wakanda trying to score out.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. M'Baku, let's see if they play 16 or 17. M'Baku is immune to stun, so that and there he also has, if he does opt to use M'Baku's leadership here, pushing it, he has to roll. It's like the winter guard part of the leadership where you have to roll defensive dice to actually get pushed off a point. Um, yeah, and we've got Claw on the other side, so it's like M'Baku kind of like can counter Claw's ability to some
Right.
degree. Like we might see a little bit of that happening. Let's see. It's we don't know the threat level yet, so I just don't know. I don't play these affiliations too often. I haven't played Shadowlands since before Malekith came out. As soon as Malekith came out, I was like, Shadowlands is dead to me.
Yeah, you don't
uh,
see a lot of Claw outside of was it Vodka Blitz doing
yeah.
his Janky Claw Electro build, but we see more Wakanda now. I think Mike DeLuca has been playing quite a bit of this recently, and I'm expecting quite a bit of this going into Adepticon. So hopefully we see some pretty interesting plays here.
Yeah, this would be cool. Actually, I was checking out. I was creeping Longshanks on the TTS records, and I'm pretty sure I just saw Vodka Blitz play the results of his week 3 match. I forget who he played against or what team he played against, but it was Claw with Fisk Researcher, and he won that game 20-0. Can you believe that? So I think I think what happened, I didn't look too much into it. I mean, I might be missing something, but I think what happened is Claw just like annihilated that game, pushing everybody off points, and
Yeah,
nobody could stop Claw from just completely controlling the board. That's what I think happened.
yeah, it seems like a great mix for him. Unfortunately, whenever I play Claw, he just whiffs that first roll and fails to generate power. But good for Vodka Blitz for making it work.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit a mark on the bingo card here, but I'm gonna have to check what Claw's immune to because I don't know this.
It's true.
What is yeah? It's one of the bingo squares. Is what is he immune to again? A bleed, incinerate, poison, shock. Okay, so he's not immune to stun. Um, Yes, but let's see here. Whenever he is targeted by enemy physical and energy attacks or makes a dodge roll, after the effect is resolved, he gains one. So it's like there's a little bit of like you can overcome the stun to some degree because you're always
Right.
getting that extra power. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to see if that's the leadership he brings. It seems like the team was built around that with the Daredevil having the grunt option, which of course triggers the leadership on Claw to get a short advance.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what he does with priority because he has the ability to pick up two spiders here, whether he goes to the middle or just one of the sides and then have them move it off. But we do have rosters coming in now.
Yeah, so we've got Stircrazy on the red side. He's playing a M'Baku Black Panther, Storm, Beta Ray Bill, and a Okoye. I like this Storm pick here with that. She's got that size 2, range 3 throw. We've got Vibranium Shielding, Advanced R&D, Eyes on the Prize, Spirit of Wakanda, Usurp the Throne. Okay, so I think there's might be a little bit of a card mix-up on Stircrazy's side. Hopefully he catches it. And then we have Lupeslounge, Steven playing Claw with Daredevil, Hood, Darkstar, and Bullseye. So, are interesting. I like this a lot. Dark Force Barrier. I'm gonna have to read both these cards pretty often. We've got no matter the cost, Shadow Org, all according to plan, Indomitable, Brace for Impact. All right, what do you think of the rosters?
So I think Shadow Org will actually be kind of interesting here. Giving them that pseudo stealth for a round might help when it comes to avoiding some of those pushes. But then again, you're going to have Black Panther and M'Baku and Bill running at them. So we'll see how he uses that and if it ends up being relevant. I'm very interested to see Darkstar because that's someone we haven't seen on the table, and um, maybe for good reasons. But I can, I'm excited to see what she does here.
Yeah, first time chatter, Daedalus, welcome XR, welcome to the chat. He's saying Claw could be doing some stuff. Yes, I agree. That's a bold prediction, but I think it'll ultimately come true. So yeah, Darkstar. I'm like looking at the Dark Force barrier and the play and the range 3 place as like the obviously her two main superpowers here. When a character or an allied character within 3 of is targeted by physical or energy, which is I think the whole team on Wakanda side it is. If they're targeted, you can add 2 dice to the defense roll, and on top of that, the character cannot be advanced, pushed, or placed by the effect of that attack. So it can kind of counter Black Panther's the pushes here. If she's got enough power,
Yeah.
she would be able to stop Black Panther from doing any of her pushes. Same with M'Baku's got the push on his attack, and yeah, so it could come in handy. Is it also what is it? Is it just pushes placed or yeah placed advanced pushing? Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll see if these come up here. It looks like they're all gonna be. I guess the plan here is just to both flood both of the. They're both gonna be just running, jamming guys into the middle of the board here on round one. I would imagine the terrain pieces, the cargo here on the top of my screen might be a little more difficult. It looks like you could kind of hide on the other on opposite sides of it. But we have deployment coming up here. So Wakanda has deployed all of their models near the middle, starting with Storm and going towards the top flank. We have Bill, Black Panther, and Baku in Okoye. And then we've got on the opposite side Hood in the middle with Claw, Darkstar, and the Hand Ninjas on the bottom side, on the bottom flank. And then we've got Bullseye and Shadowlands on the top flank. So
So he is set up to do a Shadowlands play with the grunts to grab the spider infected and then vanish it off, get that free mobility on Claw. What is a bit interesting is Claw's not very central. He's kind of cheating off to the bottom half here. Normally you'd see Claw in the middle just to get a little bit further up the board and maybe try to get a couple shots round one. So let's see what he does to these ninjas and if he's going to go the route of vanishing.
okay, so what we just saw, hold on, who paid for R&D? I think Bill paid for R&D. I just don't think we've seen it. Oh, here we go. M'Baku paid for R&D. So M'Baku looks like M'Baku's going, and he just paid for advanced R&D, which gave Black Panther 2 power, which let Black Panther pay for what's it called? What is this? Spirit of
Spirit.
Wakanda, and that let all of the characters within 2 of Black Panther gain 2 power. So this is like kind of like what Wakanda wants to do initially with when you're playing this um, when you're playing this team. And so you want to basically, that's why all the characters were like basically base to base next to each other, so that they would be within 2 of Black Panther, who would then trigger play the card. So now all of the characters on Wakanda side, except for Black Panther, are starting with 3, or in Bill's case 4 power, and now we have M'Baku grabbing the spider and moving on to the point.
What is interesting though is M'Baku's size 3, correct? So this cargo might not do a whole lot for him.
Well, it'll give him cover because it's equal. It won't block line of sight.
Yeah.
So he's pretty tough, and so I mean, I think it's fine. I mean, Bullseye ignores cover anyway. Yeah. So here we go with the grunts. This is the play you do with Claw. You grab the piece with the spider infected with the hand ninjas. You KO them and pass the objective onto one of the other characters. Looks like it's going onto Dark Star, and that KO triggers Black Market Entrepreneur. Excuse me. So it means that Claw is going to get to advance short, and we don't know what the who the leader is for Wakanda actually. So we'll have to figure that out when as they play through the game. I don't want to bug them for something that's like not
Yeah.
essential. So yeah, so it looks like Claw gets the short advance now. Daredevil's going to go. Looks like he's seeing the piece up for grabs. He is tanky, especially against this team who doesn't have any mystic attacks. He'll be counting blanks. And does he have stealth? No, yeah, he does have stealth, right? I haven't played him. It's been
You haven't seen him in
over
a
a
while.
year, I think, basically. Actually, when Rhino came out, I played him. So it's been like, yeah, Rhino came out about this time. So it's been basically a year since I played Shadowlands Daredevil. But yeah, he has stealth and he counts blanks radar sense against physical and energy attacks. So he's going to be pretty tough to hit. So let's see if that's what happens or if Stircrazy opts to just ignore him. He can beat the spider is kind of a problem for Daredevil if he rolls bad on them because it means he's never going to do his like combo which he wants to do, which is a builder into a grunt spawn into a spender, if you can, or at least I guess like double tapping with another builder. But if he gets pushed away by the spiders, he's just never gonna get a chance to have that optimal turn. Let's see if that happens.
One thing I like about the setup that the Wakanda player has given himself here is that he does have a throw on line from Bill. So if someone does come in and try to contest these points, he can either throw them off of it to keep that VP lead going, or he can try to throw some terrain at these smaller, squishy characters like Hood or Darkstar.
Yeah, Daedalus actually just pointed out, and me, of course, like not being a Marvel fan, barely a Marvel fan, I guess, is not a good one. Is that Wakanda versus Claw is very thematic. So yeah,
That
that's
is true,
exactly
yeah.
right. I totally went over my head there. I love it. I love it. Now that I remember that that's true. This is awesome. All right, so we have an attack. Bullseye rolls one hit into M'Baku, who does not have cover, so he has to take the 1 damage. I think that's what's happening. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna see. Yeah, the Bill throw is pretty big. So we're gonna see Stircrazy probably win both secures, or I'm just trying to. Oh man, I don't know. Claw's like a.
Yeah, on one hand, you want to get Claw up there so you can start pushing people away from these secures when they end their activation. On the other hand, you kind of want him to be able to get some better shots in. And right now, he might be looking at maybe be able to hit Okoye now that she's moved up.
Yeah. All right. Um, it's probably fine. I mean, it's definitely fine looking at that, but like, man, you love to see the medium tool go out. You place the character on the tool. The medium tool goes out again, and you place the character on the tool again. All right, I'm only gonna say that once this game, but you love to see when that happens. We just have a few shortcutting here, when you just like double move a character without measuring. But
We might get it again
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I'm just give him grief one time. Okay, all right. There you go. All right, that's my rant. All right. Next, now we've got Darkstar. It looks like she's double moving onto the point here. So yeah, I might suspect we see Bill double walk throw to and throw off the point to counter. Claw against Bill is an interesting matchup. I think that if we can get that trigger on Claw, that stun on him before damage, it's gonna be a problem. Um, but I'm just like trying to like wrap my head around that matchup here. Bill ending his activation within 3 of Claw would definitely mean that Steven would want to push Bill away because he'd have to move all the time. But Bill's
It
gonna
is,
get there first. It looks like.
yeah. So it looks like we might see that double move throw away here.
Adam. I think it's Adam, right? All right. He says we could have had this matchup at LVO. Instead, we had a Guardians mirror.
Yeah, if you're a Guardians player, it was a fun game to watch, I guess.
It was a game. I can
Yeah.
confirm. Uh, I don't know. I guess like all right. Um, I just would love to hear people's thoughts on if I also played in a Guardian match in a finals game previously, and so I guess like which one was more exciting? Was it my game or was it their
Yeah,
game?
very different list though.
Yeah, yeah. No, I had a totally different list from what my opponent was playing, or not totally. I can't say that, right? Because we had shared like 4 models. But anyway, yeah, they're probably both just pretty boring compared to what could have happened, I'm sure. All right, so let's see. Daedalus says turn one double moves for positioning. Double moves for positioning for success across the rest of the game is a strategy I use somewhat often. Yeah, I mean, turn one is often a setup turn, and here's the throw. It looks like throwing into Daredevil. So this Daredevil doesn't get to count blanks on this, so throwing stuff into him is a good way to try to chunk him. Look at that. He blocks nothing, taking 3 damage
Oh,
early on. Yeah, half his health is gone on this on the healthy side here. Okay, so Bill having a pretty great round one, positioning and getting locking in a victory point if Steven can't do anything about that.
and I also like that Bill set up for another throw because of this advanced R&D spirit play. He will again have 3 power, so if he needs to kind of go late and throw round 2, he has that as an option.
Yeah, it's interesting that like by doing that with Bill and not like going first with Bill or and just like playing eyes on the prize, he sacrificed the middle piece. I'd be interested to find out like why he didn't like activate Bill first and play eyes on the
Hmm.
prize. It might have been because he didn't think Daredevil would just jump into the center. But
Yeah, and he
I'm
has
not
eyes in
sure.
the 5, so that is one of his cards that probably won't get played this game.
Yeah, and he also brought Usurp, which is obviously like I think it's like a mistake here. So he's playing a card down a little bit, and you're playing Wakanda Spirit plays, which is like already taxing.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's I'm interested to see like how this all handles itself. Hood is in a great spot here, to put some hurt into these 2 characters. Both the characters that are they're more susceptible to Mystic. I guess like Wakanda as a whole is pretty, other than like M'Baku. Um, hold on, it's like M'Baku has the character. Yeah, like even M'Baku can be pushed, I guess, or advanced from Mystic attacks. They all of the Wakanda characters have some like degree of weakness to Mystic. So I like Hood as a pick here. Let's see how much work he can do, because 4 dice attacks aren't crazy. So Claw's
Yeah,
moving.
he's
Go ahead.
also going to be a little weak with only, what is it, 2 physical here. So you better hope he doesn't get one shot and can
Yeah,
transform.
I mean the good thing is that by like no more attacks are coming in this round for Stircrazy, but so that means that on round two he'll have the 2 power to put up his mystical cloak as defense. So he'll have 3 counting blanks, um, at
Oh,
least
we
on the
do
first
see a
attack.
claw attack now.
Here we go. Yeah, this is a big attack. Let's see if he can get a stun or suppressive off. I guess suppressive after. Before damage is dealt. Okay, so never
Yeah.
mind. So suppressive wouldn't matter. He's
It
looking
is
for
going
the.
into Panther, it looks like.
Oh, you know what? I think he might have accidentally. He was supposed to bring Wakanda Forever here, right? And then the card was Usurp is right beside Wakanda Forever.
Oh
I
no.
think that's what happened. Oh man, the pressure of being on stream.
Looks like they're gonna let him do it though.
Okay, All right, yeah, there we go. That's oh, look at that. Yeah, figured. It made sense logically that that's the case. Um okay. All right. Yeah, wow. Are very generous of Steven to let Stircrazy do this.
Oh, not a great claw roll. No triggers out of it. And
Okay.
with Panther counting blanks, that's just going to be no damage going through.
Uh bummer. But this is going to be this I think really stopping, let's see here. Is it going to be a 1 point difference in score cuz it's 2 plus 2 on Stircrazy's side, and we've got 3 plus nothing on the other side, 4-3, 4-3 it looks like. So, yeah, this game's pretty even, and let's see what I think the key thing here will be ending activations within 1 of Claw. Um, it costs 3 power to push people off points after they're activated, so Claw's gonna have to get some either damage on him or activate early in order to set up the range like that ability to push people off points. Getting even 1 power against Panther there would have been would have felt really good coming into this round because it would mean you'd have
Yeah.
at least 1 push online. So with the throws though of Beta Ray Bill and Storm, Claw might just get like displaced if he activates early, and then he's like maybe not as big of a factor on round 2. Let's see what happens.
So I want to make sure I'm doing my math right. Where is the 5 points coming from on red side here?
Hold on. We're seeing 5 VP. Okay, yeah, there's something wrong. All right, they're fixing it. Cool, we got it. All right, Vince, welcome to the chat. Let's see here. Fringe B tier should be in C tier. um, Claw. I mean, I don't know. We don't know. Claw's a mystery. I mean, like, I don't think he's.
He's
Yeah,
definitely a build around character. I think there's some interesting things you can do with like the ninjas, as we saw already. I think even crossbones opens up a lot of cool play for this guy, the new crossbones. But he's definitely a specialist.
yeah. I think that he's mediocre. I mean, I wouldn't play him, so I don't know what that tells you. Yeah. He's probably see if everyone knew how to play against him. That's probably the best way to put it. Vodka Blitz is like champion him, but it's like I forget who said this to me. Someone said this to me recently. It was that it's just a good player like playing well, and that's what's happening with Vodka Blitz playing Claw. But he's fun. He's definitely. I think there's appeal there because there are some little cute synergies, and he uh, he has a lot of cool things and neat little tricks that people are unexpected to play against still because they haven't put in like no one is putting a lot of games into him to so you're not playing against him very often,
Right.
and so you're gonna get tricked, I guess, if you're not careful. So I don't know. There's it's so I think it's more of just a fun thing than a top tier meta competitive pick. All right. So where we had, sorry, I missed that activation because I am.
So we've only done spiders and power phase. I might be wrong here because Wakanda Forever is coming out already.
Okay, he flipped the card. All right. So who's paying? We've got M'Baku, Storm, Black Panther, Okoye.
This is right after a power phase. We still don't know who's activating yet.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So that's what it was. So, okay. So nothing had happened yet.
Yeah, we just did spiders. We saw M'Baku and Daredevil move from the
Oh my
spider.
bad. That's what I missed. The spiders. Okay. I'm all caught up. So who's doing the attack first? We don't know.
We don't know yet.
Oh, the spider went to range 3 of Darkstar, so that M'Baku could get a Wakanda Forever action off here. All right, so let's see who takes damage and gains power, and who gains power. Darkstar. Looks like
Looks like
Darkstar took
Darkstar got
damage,
hit. Yeah, from M'Baku.
and yeah, M'Baku should gain power for that. And he got a wild trigger or wild. So what does that do? It's a pursuit. Before damage, you can advance towards the target. There's the advance. So now at this point, we should be getting power on M'Baku. Uh,
I think he already gained the power because he started this turn with
I don't see it.
no.
All right. Did he miss it? Did I miss it? Like, there's no way. There's no way I missed it, right? M'Baku. They all
Not in
pay.
the
They all
chat.
gain power, and then they just spend it all.
All right,
Did he
they're
do? Did he do a
hovering
different
over
attack? No, no. This attack is a gainer. Yeah, yeah. Or this attack is a builder. Okay. So now Storm attacked into Hood, who took 1 damage. Now Hood is transforming. All right. I will. I'll jump in after this Wakanda Forever's over, if I need to. Lucas, you won't play him, aka Claw. That tells me he's fair and balanced. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
So if you're the criminals player there, would you want to transform Hood, knowing that they're fairly weak to Mystic, but you're kind
Yeah,
of in the
I
precarious
thought
position?
so because you're probably not attacking Claw because of the whole he gains a lot of power, can start doing a lot of pushes, etc. And so Hood transforming means he gets to survive and gets an activation, even if it's not like the Mystic activation. Maybe you can get that empowered spender, which is very strong, especially when you get those wilds and you can just zap everybody. But it looks like looks like Black
Okay.
Panther just punched through it. He rolls 5. Am I missing something? That's not enough damage because he had 1
Uh,
damage. It would have been 5 and a nothing is 3 damage.
are they
Um,
forgetting his damage reduction?
okay, hold on 1 second here. What's 1 sec.
He
Okay,
should be at 4.
1 sec. Um, is it when yeah, you have to.
So it is going to be an M'Baku leadership then. So M'Baku leadership, he's got the wild, so he's going to convert that blank.
All right. Um, okay. Are they gonna fix that or like what's going on there? All right. Anyway, we've got it. We've got it all figured out. Um, let's see. Get that power on him. There we go. All
There we
right,
go.
all right.
We finally
There's
got it.
like this state of like it's like purgatory where it's like you're in like a rules you're in rules purgatory, but we've got it all
Yeah, well,
sorted
we're
out.
assuming it's also M'Baku's activation that all of this Wakanda Forever is going on during, and that 4th power does unlock his spender, which is going to be pretty important here.
Yeah, let's see who it actually is on because we're not. Is there anything been confirmed? It's a lot has happened. Um, so I guess we'll find out because all of them have now made attacks. Right? We've had an attack with Storm.
Yeah, we just had a call
Okoye did
leadership.
Okoye do an attack? I don't know if Okoye did.
I don't think we've seen Okoye yet, but we just had a trigger on Claw's leadership.
Yes.
It looks like we're getting Dark Star's defensive buff now.
Okay, yes. Yep. And Okoye must be attacking into Daredevil, it looks like. Probably range 4. So I haven't seen the measurement stick go out. So it could be Darkstar, actually. She's right there. And that's why she's paying, because she's about to take a hit. Alright, good block. And no damage through. Alright, so yes, M'Baku leadership is the one that he's playing. That's what I thought he might play, just because of what he was up against.
So right now we are giving priority over to the criminals player, but losing an activation when there's this many points on the board is could really hurt. We'll have to see if Konda's able to capitalize on picking up some points here.
Yeah, it's interesting because like we just did this whole attack sequence. It felt like a whole turn on the Wakanda side, or like I mean like a whole round of turns, and
And we saw
we
2 actions.
and yes, and in fact, not a single character has actually gone yet. I don't think you need to declare. There we go. So now we're taking our first action of round 2 after he's just thrown 4 attacks. All right, let's see what happens. Spender 2. No blocks. Big hit. See you later. Darkstar gets... Oh, man. Gets
And this could be a
annihilated.
huge turn for Wakanda, just dazing 2 people right out the gate.
Yeah, that was... I agree, Daedalus. That was like... Stircrazy was not holding that card for like the perfect moment. I mean that maybe it already was one. Maybe like as soon as he sees I can do 4 attacks with this card, I'm gonna take it, and I like it. I like the decision to just play it early, because then you can just pick on the one character that took the most punishment from it, and you even got a daze out of it. So now you've got 2,
We do have an avalanche trigger too.
which is means a kukuri strike. It's a or no, sorry, knobkuri kukuri. All right, I think it's a bird or some shit. All right, knobkuri strike into a different character, and he can attack into Daredevil now. So this is the 6th attack of the turn. And we still have 1 action left, so that's pretty exciting.
Let's see if he remembers. There it is.
All right, so this gets a avalanche. You can advance short and then make a knobkuri. All right, so I wonder what he's thinking. I'm thinking probably just get on the point and then
Yeah, he's
do the
probably
attack.
kind of scared of Claw.
Oh,
Being
okay.
only 2 energy defense.
Yeah, but Claw only has 2 power. I think he misplayed there. He should have just been on the Fisk. Another thing we missed here is that the Fisk point, well, we don't know for sure if we missed it, but one of the Fisk coins could have been shifted and it wasn't. Although, like, you can't really
Yeah,
jump in there because, like, you can, like, we don't know if they said, we'll just, now
they
that I
did give
say that.
stun to Okoye though.
Oh, so then never mind. I was wrong. Good call. Good shout on that.
Does this power prevent Darkstar from gaining power, or rather the spender on Ratha Jabari?
No, I don't think so. No. She should have the power. So
Okay.
she should have. She's dazed. We'll catch that. So we
All right.
have what is happening now. We've got a short advance on Claw.
Looks like another leadership trigger.
Star should have gained 3 power from attack. All right. Perfect.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
going
so
back to your earlier point, we're getting a lot of movement for free out of Claw, but none of it's putting him on the secures here.
right. I do like the play here to grab this piece. M'Baku couldn't because he was he already had one, and so now like Daredevil has to kind of has to survive here, which is going to be there's still a lot going on for him to not be able to, but like he might Steven could still end this round with 3 spiders, which would be interesting. We've got the Knob Curry attack from M'Baku going into Daredevil. Big block. Enough, oh, almost enough. And there it is. There's a
Yeah.
full block.
He gets a push. We'll see if he wants to take that trigger. I think if you can try to
Yeah.
keep him away from being able to do his range 2 ninja spawn into
We
Spindor, like
might
you
see an
mentioned.
indom because of that, but again, okay. So what's the tool's going on the wrong person, but they'll figure that out. The tool should be on the character moving, but I mean this will be fine. They can work through that. There we
There we go.
go. All right. So yeah, the thing it's funny because it's like, oh, you could play indom here, but the problem is that uh, M'Baku has another action left. It's like he could play it and then just get displaced anyway from the second action. You're also taking a second hit if you stay within that range. Actually, I don't know what the range 3 looks like, but Daredevil might still barely be in range 3. Let's see if M'Baku tries to go for an attack into Claw or Daredevil, or if he moves onto a point.
Yeah, is the claw push a push away on the Soundwave barrier?
Let's see. Yes, it is a push away. So
But he might be a little safe from that.
I
Just to
agree.
do that cargo.
The another interesting like kind of synergy that is coming up in this game is the Black Panther. I don't know if this is good or not, but the Black Panther ability to like the new one, the new Lord whatever King T'Challa, it's like where once per turn you can push a character and deal a damage if they collide into something, into terrain or something. And of course Claw can push characters outside of his turn and on your opponent's
Yeah.
turn. It's kind of like a spider foesy. It feels very spider foesy. Um, but the
Yeah,
only
like an
yeah,
old trap house fighter foes.
exactly. Yeah. Except I think that like there's a few issues like both characters are going to cost 5 threat, so it's like bringing 2 5 threats to do this neat little trick, or like might not pay off. What are we seeing here?
It looks like we attack and claw is being bodyguarded by a Koye.
Yes, that's what we're seeing. Okoye bodyguarded the attack. Oh, huge hit
Big
from
roll
Claw.
though.
Let's see if he gets a wild for that.
Still no
3 damage
wilds.
stun. Oh, she's already stunned, I think, actually. But so it won't matter. She's only getting 1 power for this, and she's dead too. Oh my goodness. Let's see if the reroll can't stop you, can't save you, Okoye. Um, yeah, you're just a goner. There we go. Only 1 power on Okoye. Uh,
Um,
all right. Yeah, so there we go. We're trading blows here with Claw's first activation being a big hit, one-shotting Okoye. From she had 3 health remaining uh, from the piece. All right, so now we have the attack into M'Baku, who has rolling energy defense, lower, which is lower than the rest of his defenses, and we don't have a big hit from Claw here. So
it's one going
only
through.
1 damage going through.
That does set up Claw with at least 1 push from his Soundwave barrier, so I'm sure he's happy about that. But again, he doesn't really have anyone sitting on these secures right now.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna see a like coming up. We're gonna see Bullseye just do like a hit and run into M'Baku. I think maybe he can hit that medium movement to get onto the other side of the witness, just to like slow down the scoring on that top half of the board. And M'Baku will take a couple more points of damage, meaning he's that much closer to dazing. So let's see if I think the main thing here I'm looking at on the other side, Stircrazy side, is like I could throw a terrain piece into Daredevil and take him out. Um, so it's much easier to take him out with terrain because he doesn't get count blanks. So let's see if that is something that Stircrazy looks into doing.
Yeah, it looks like Brace was burned earlier when Dark Star was thrown into Daredevil, so that leaves him incredibly vulnerable.
Mm.
And having 3 people dazed round 2 will be a big hill to come back from.
Yeah, it's hard to it's sometimes Brace is pretty tricky to play. Like you got to play this card to try to save your activation. And it's but then you've got like these size threes in the middle of the board that haven't been thrown yet, and Bill can throw them, and it's just like, oh, that's tough. We also have a storm throw coming up, I would imagine. So we've got Bill doing a single move onto the Fisk point, getting range 2 of Daredevil to be able to throw him. Or let's see here. Or you
I guess he
throw
has
the
a size
terrain.
2 to.
He probably not going to throw Daredevil because of the Indomitable. I think he might just go for the terrain throw. Like, because if you get him here, you can pick up the spider. Bill doesn't have a spider. That's what I'd like to see. I think we're doing an attack first, I guess. So we're looking for the wild. Oh, looks like
2
Daredevil's
blocks
taking
from
one
Daredevil.
so far. Takes enough. Wow, look at that. He punched through with 5 dice. He was able to punch through, and M'Baku gets that wild trigger, so you get the extra hit or whatever. So he did more than enough. Yeah, Andy stunned him after the attack is resolved, so he'll still get his 2 power for dazing. There we go. The extracts have now flipped. Claws
And now
getting the
we're
leadership. I would make
yeah, now
sure.
if
I'd love to see a range 3 plays on this where Bill is. Is that what you were gonna say?
I was gonna say it's gonna be hard to push Bill here,
Yeah, it
with
is.
being backstopped by Hood.
Yeah, I agree. There's some like a little bit more finesse of positioning maybe would have been helpful. But I mean, I think like when you put Hood down and you flip him over, right, and you do that range 1 place, it's like, all right, he's like, I don't think he's gonna get one shot by Black Panther here, like, and then he does. So, all right. So now who do we have left? We've got Bullseye and we've got Black Panther and Storm. So I'm guessing we're gonna see a pass action coming up. But this is shaping up to be a 7-point turn for Stircrazy. So I think he's just gonna maybe just try to put some more damage in. Looks like
Or just throw Claw off the point,
claw.
maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. Throw claw. Oh yeah, okay, that's how. Never mind. I was miscounting. The models. All right, so we have. Oh yeah, Koi is dazed. Yeah, so we've got the criminals winning the top point as of right now. But we're gonna see the pay the 2 power, the 3 power to throw claw. And now we're gonna have Storm move into that spot, look to get within range 1, and then Bullseye will basically counter that and contest it. So it means that Panther would have to maybe respond to that. But I don't know. I'm trying to like run the math in my head. That's a size 3, so it's like maybe he can't. Let's see what Stir
Looks
Crazy
like
decides to do.
Storm will be a little short, so he's probably pivoting to go somewhere else. I'm not sure what he's thinking about going
I think
backwards,
he's
but
just thinking about not being in range 2 of the piece, so that Storm doesn't get stunned.
right.
I think that's pretty much all he's. Oh, looks like
Oh,
he's locking it in. I don't think you need Storm there, right? If Bill's on the point, which let's see if I turn. Yeah, he is on the point. You just don't need Storm there. You're basically stunning her, giving damage because now Steven can just leave it there. And double dip. So I think Storm just could have been. I don't know.
all right. So
Maybe.
here's the hit
Okay,
and
go ahead.
run, or just an attack right now. Actually, trying to build power for the hit and run. All right. So
Huge hit.
obviously
Holy
gaining
moly.
it. I mean,
Holy
Bullseye's gonna
moly.
carry him to
That's
the victory line
just
here.
a yeah, holy moly bullseye, just a straight killer. Oh my, just one shot. I'm just gonna one shot M'Baku. Just casually. And just like that, the score oh yes, okay, we have Black Panther to go, so Black you gotta put on the other side of the cargo, I think. That's the way to go, because then Black Panther can still grab it there. And
Yeah.
pounce and all that.
Depending on position, you could put that by the cargo and potentially get on the witness.
Yeah, just like on the other side, so it's like just harder for anyone else to get. But um, let's see. Now I think Panther at least has to choose between pushing Bullseye off of the witness, if he can manage that with the distances. It might be tricky, or going for the extract. Let's see. Where's Claw? Claw's outside of 3. I think that there is a world where Black Panther could get pushed off of the Fisk if he doesn't think about it. If he forgets about it or doesn't consider it. All right, so we won't be able to climb on that piece. So if he tries to end his movement onto top of that piece, we'll have to slow him down a little bit. All right.
Yeah. Because he does not have a wall crawler or flight ability.
We got it. I don't need to say anything. I'm glad they got it resolved. All right. Yeah, so this was the trick where it's like you can't get Bullseye off the point because
Uh,
he's about to.
pounds.
Whoa, 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 whoa! It's okay. He's climbing. He's just doing it
climbing.
too. Yeah. All right. And now is he going to pounce and grab that piece, or is he just going to stay there? Probably just stays there, and we have a 4-2 point score this round. But oh, hold on, we're getting a pounce into Bullseye. I like that, putting the damage pressure on Bullseye.
Decent block.
Yeah, so nothing too significant. The question is, does Bullseye pay 2 power to push a damage onto Black Panther? I mean, I guess. My thinking is like, why not? You have nothing
I think parting
else to
shot's
do.
only attack, though, correct?
Oh, yeah, yeah. You're good call. It is. Yeah, my bad. Yes, good call.
So we're going into round 3 knowing that priority is shifted over to the criminals player. There's a lot of potentially good activations here. The question becomes, who do you go with? Because Daredevil's switching to a mystic attack now, potentially even a mystic area attack. So could be enticing to go with him just to start off with here, try to get some damage onto Bill. But getting through 6 is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ramsey actually said something that was fantastic to bring up is that Panther could have had both outcomes here, being on the point and the piece, if he played Eyes on the Prize at the beginning of his activation.
That would have been a great use of the card, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have been great. I think the key thing with Eyes on the Prize, though, is you have to play it before you do anything with your character at all, or else you've missed your timing window. Softlow is saying, just hopped in. Is this neither a vodka or is this a vodka inspired claw list? I mean, I think that every claw list is basically a vodka inspired claw list if you're playing, if you're even remotely online in the discords. Another, okay. Yeah, so I mean, maybe, probably, unless this guy has come up with this list on his own, but I mean, if I'm a betting man, I'd say, yeah, sure, he listened to a podcast or watched Vodka play, and because
Yeah,
this looks
Vodka
cool.
definitely talked about it on the Danger Room and made me at least give Claw a couple shots. Realized it was not for me, but it's an
Yeah,
interesting character.
I did build a timelines list with Claw, but the problem was like all the criminals, like I guess like Black Cat is the main one that I think of, is just like they were taking characters from my other team like Webs, and that I was like, ah man, if I play Claw in timelines, I kind of have to. I
Yeah.
have to not play Webs, which is one of the affiliations I plan on playing.
Are you playing timelines at Adepticon?
Yes, yes, I will be at Adepticon. I've paid for my ticket for a timelines event, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good time. I'm going to Adepticon. I'm not doing timelines, doing just the normal event, but Adepticon's always a blast.
Nice. So you said you'll be there. Will you be there the whole time?
Yeah, I'm there the whole time doing the singles event on Thursday for MCP, doing Shatterpoint on Friday, and trying out some 40K team tournament stuff
Nice,
on
nice. So
week.
you'll have to come up and introduce yourself to. I know because you probably know what I look like, but I don't know what
Yeah,
anyone I don't know what a lot of people look like. So if anyone is going to Adepticon and sees me there, that would be cool if you said hi.
So it looks like we're still doing spiders. A lot of movement. We saw Storm, Bill, and Bullseye all move so far.
Okay. That's oh yeah, spider. Okay, spiders. Yeah. So Black Panther. So sorry, who moved already? Bill moved. I see that.
Bill, Storm, and Bullseye.
Storm moved farther away. Okay, so yes, this the spiders happen in the power phase, and the Fisk happens in the cleanup phase. So they did trigger the Fisks, and it looks like because the Black Panther bullseye point was contested evenly, it didn't move, but the bottom point, both Bill and Storm took a damage and a stun, and Bill did negate that crisis damage, so he didn't take anything. But we have, no matter the cost being played, oh baby, we're getting a beam.
He's lined up three. But yeah, just I
Oh
think three is
man,
the best he's going to get here with this beam.
oh
But
man, oh man,
I
if
think
Claw
the
had
beam
one
is a
more
lot of
power on him.
fun.
If he had one more power, he could have double beamed. But we're getting a 7 dice beam, and it's got a pierce on it. So I'm liking this. I want to see how this goes.
So
It
Okoye is in bodyguard. So choosing who you target here first could be important. You know,
yes.
Okoye is probably going to take one of those hits.
The thing that's good for Steven with Claw is that I believe he's outside of range 2 of Okoye, which means the martial artist won't be there, so he'll be able to pierce the attacks. Okoye is bodyguarding this attack, so let's see if she gets a one shot again. Oh, oh no, Okoye blocks like a god. All right,
So piercing one of them away, but
still taking
still living.
two. Well, it's enough power to bodyguard again, which is probably what's going to happen. Just like sacrifice Okoye for the greater good. Yeah, she paid for it again. And she's dead this time. That gets her. All right, Okoye doing the main reason she was here. She has accomplished her mission of dying for the cause.
Yeah, but Claw kind of picks on M'Baku with only the 2 energy defense being flipped as well. So being able to protect, I'm assuming that was M'Baku here.
Yeah.
Although,
So this is the third part of the beam because there were 3 characters in here, and Black Panther took a bunch of damage there. What did I miss? What the
so
heck
it looks
happened?
like Okoye bodyguarded the first one, but not the Panther attack.
Mm.
So I think this is Bill that we're rolling into right now.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. How did
Um,
he I thought Okoye paid for a second bodyguard. I guess maybe not. No, it looks like they my math is not mathing. But anyway, all right, so it looks like Panther took the hit and just took a massive hit. And now this is another attack. This is the third beam, third on the beam. I'm sorry. I wish I understood what was happening. Now Okoye is bodyguarding something. I think this is the second action.
yeah, this seems to be just a normal 6-die builder.
Yeah, so now let's see who defends this one. Okoye paid the power, so she's defending this one. She blocks 4, but that's still enough. Like we get Steven getting 6, so reroll for to stay alive, and she does not get it because she's not within 2. I don't think.
Yeah, still going down here.
Okay. So I think what happened overall is that Okoye bodyguarded M'Baku and Bill, and thought Panther. Of course, you think Panther with cunning blanks and cover is and can't be pierced either because of the blank counting. It's like, oh no, Panther can take this one, and then gets bodied by with 4 damage onto him. All right.
So Claw gained 2 power there. Looks like he just went ahead and spent that 2 for his reconstitute form just to heal a little bit of no matter the
I
cost
like
damage.
that. That's pretty cool. Um, Yeah, that's interesting. The Panther now is on. He could get killed here, right? I think that's why we're seeing a Panther activation right now because Bullseye. He's playing Eyes on the Prize. There's Eyes on the Prize played, but Panther can get one shot or like whatever 2 shot by by Bullseye here, so he needed to activate, and that's why we're seeing his activation right now. 2 power means he's going to probably leap. I think we're leaping towards. Oh, I don't know. What are we doing? He paid 2 for something. The problem here is if he attacks Bullseye and doesn't kill him, he can get parting shotted, and then he's at 1 health. And if he like doesn't kill him again, he gets killed by Bullseye on his own activation. And he also can't stay within 3 of Claw, or he'll get pushed off the point. And there's lots of little things that you have to be careful of. So
Looks like vibranium shielding's coming out.
there we go. So that's what he paid for. Anyone within Panther range 2 will be able to reduce damage by 1.
So it doesn't stop Bullseye.
No.
It is a minimum of 1.
Yeah. It's also interesting because something interesting about that card is that I believe it gives you the superpower Invincible, which means that any characters that have damage reduction, and that damage reduction isn't called Invincible, you can basically double stack the damage reduction, just like basically like Hood's card has.
Yeah.
But if you do have Invincible, like Iron Man, the original or Iron Man has, I could be corrected, could be wrong here. There's some other character in the game that has the superpower Invincible, which means you can't double stack it.
It looks like he's thinking about running away here. I think that's probably a safe bet, knowing you're up on points. You've got a decent job of holding onto these spiders. I would have been tempted on a Bullseye because you can't parting shot that.
Yeah, I think that it's a tricky situation. I think he put him here because then Claw can't push him off the point. And so he's also within 3. I think that 3 came out because I'm not sure. However, what I see happening next is a Hood activation and getting those wild zaps off and just plinking like M'Baku and Panther and like Beta Ray Bill all for a bunch of damage, maybe with if you get multiple wilds. We have an attack. It looks like he mantled. That's why he's yep. So
Not a good conversion.
Yeah, 1 damage going through. Hood takes the 1 damage. Who else could you have attacked though? Like Hood's got a charge actually, so it's like it didn't even matter. And I would have. So I guess the answers here is you probably should have attacked Daredevil. Maybe the other problem is Indomitable was available too, but of course Steven probably wouldn't play Indomitable on Hood because he's got the charge. So yeah. Let's see if he opts to push Panther off the point. There it is. We love to see it. And let's see if M'Baku rolls defense dice and like the defensive leadership ability. And here it is. All right. This is why
I think that's one of the most forgotten defensive abilities in a leadership.
He got it. He got it.
Put his reps in.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, there we go. That's there's the interaction we've all been waiting for. And we got it. All right, so I guess Steven gets to go here. It looks like you could save Bullseye's activation, probably. You can go with, I would say you frickin' go with Hood right now. And
Spender then?
And you want to hit that Spender, and then maybe you hit those nice mystic attacks into Panther to flip him over.
Yeah, just
we're going with
giving out
Darkstar though.
Here.
So okay, it makes sense. Okay, I'm correcting myself. I'm seeing what Steven's doing, and I think he's right here. Going with Darkstar first because she's in like the most danger. She's likely to get KO'd if she doesn't activate earlier. We're getting a 5 dice attack with a full reroll if she wants it.
It is energy.
So maybe M'Baku. Oh yeah, we are seeing M'Baku.
And you can also kind of portal in Daredevil to get him into a better position to look at his builder and Spender. So
just a terrible roll for Steven. Feels bad. Just roll. This is like the character that gets the full rerolls, and you just roll. You roll in that 3 skulls at the end of it. It's just like, oh lord. We might see a range 3 place on. Sorry, what did you say? I missed what you said.
The dimensional portal, exactly right. Range
Okay,
three
yeah, yeah.
place on
I thought I
Daredevil to
heard
bring him
that,
back
and I was
in.
like, am I about to say the same thing? Yes, yes. Good call. Getting Daredevil back into the action without having to spend a move action seems awesome. Seems really good. It seems like that's basically why she's here. Um, and so we're not seeing that though. Yet. What are we seeing? She just paid 3 power. Oh no, we're seeing the spender. Bummer. I would love to see the. Maybe she can. Maybe she'll still do it. All right. 3 successes into no blocks. Who has 2 physical defense?
They rolled too few die. That
Mbaku.
should.
It was an energy attack.
Oh, you can choose energy. Okay,
Oh,
well,
okay,
there
that's
we
not what
go.
happened. Okay, good,
I
good,
think we're
good
all
call.
learning Dark Star together here.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes, soft flow. Yes, exactly. We're learning. All right. I don't think I've ever seen that spender be used ever in a game. So I could be wrong, but um, let's get that. Oh, she's spending 3. She already spent the 3 power for the interdimensional, like this place ability, dimensional portal. Yes, this is exactly what I was hoping to see out of using the ability. Um, I guess she was risking it going for M'Baku here. I It's tricky. I'm trying to think of like if there was a better option. Is she there to just die?
I think so at this point.
She's
She's
not
done her
holding
job.
anything. She's not holding anything. Yeah, I guess so. I guess like you just leave her there to just get attacks wasted into you. I think it would have just been better to move her away um outside of range 3 of M'Baku. Just to not give him free attacks into that character. You get more activations later. I think this is going to go 2 more rounds, right? Like this round, and then next round, and the game will be over by then probably. But it could easily not be if like we get a bunch of point contesting situations. So like lose if you lose her this round, it might be a problem. Let's see if that's. I guess we'll find out.
So we saw M'Baku measuring a movement over to Bullseye, and I don't hate that plan because M'Baku's got enough power to throw some terrain and potentially even do some damage into Bullseye. And I think that'd be an interesting way to kind of get him away from all this mystic attackers that we're going to see from Hood and from Daredevil, but also picking up some points along the way.
Yeah, that pay 2 power for a size 3 terrain feature. What other characters have that? I don't think any other characters have this those numbers on. Like the only person I can think of is Vision having the pay 2 power, but you get to also throw characters with Vision. But either way, this is it's a phenomenal terrain throw for because of how inexpensive it is. We've got Storm going. She's moved up to the point to contest it. She is healthy. So she and Black Panther together are winning the point. I think this is setting up a problem for both of them
Well,
potentially, but
if Storm generates 1 power, which I don't think she's going to,
oh
but if she
yeah, this
generates
is there's a
one,
big Kingpin's got oh yeah, good call. But Kingpin can also throw characters too. Yeah. So um all right, either way, it's a very strong terrain throw. Yeah, Storm man, what you'd have liked to have seen is or the question I would have asked just now is that was Storm already within 3 or not? Like wasn't she already within 3 of Daredevil?
I
I
believe
think you
so.
gotta if you are basically committed to doing an attack into a character once, and then move it like you're like all right, I'm gonna move and I'm gonna attack. You probably want to do the attack first, especially if they don't get cover or any sort of defensive abilities, regardless of where you are. That way, when you do take a move action, you are taking like the most informed move action you can take. Because right now, Storm is in a terrible position. I'm expecting Daredevil to punish both Black Panther and Storm like pretty severely here, but they've both activated. Oh man, I really like to see Daredevil go here because he doesn't have action economy, and if Bill like throws him or something, like he then loses out on the ability to do the big spender because the grunts won't be on the board.
Yeah, 9 dice Mystic should be enough to win this point. I mean, that's a lot of dice into Black Panther, who's getting no
Yeah.
defensive buffs, and Storm's just rolling 3 dice here.
Yeah,
So
and she's stunned too. So it's like this when characters are stunned, it's like you want them to pay the price. But looks like Hood is opting to do that. Hood into Storm is also a significant amount of damage. Let's see if he opts to do the physical attack, um, or is he gonna go all out and go for the? I hope that was a charge. Did he pay for that?
yeah, we did see the payment.
Okay, okay, good. All right. So yes, is he's sparing? Here it is. Boom. So I guess he's doing this because it could one-shot Panther with a single wild, right? The single wild does 2 damage. Like this spender is amazing. I was just thinking about the meta currently and how there's so many characters that are really strong but like a little like weak on Mystic. Like X-23 Logan are like is a huge example of two
All the
characters.
webs.
Yeah, the webs. Like I'm surprised. I'm like thinking like why? I guess we should. Why don't we see
Oh
Hood more?
no.
Oh no! Oh my goodness! What a terrible roll! And you don't have enough power to do it again. That's just a huge bummer. You get a shock automatically, but guess what? Guess who's immune to shock? Yeah, it's Storm. It's so bad. Oh man, that is a rough one. You really just needed one wild on frickin' 8 dice, or yeah, 8 dice. You were looking for one wild. Give me a break. That's what I'd be. um, okay. So yeah, I was thinking like
So
Storm or sorry, Hood like can like dunk on X-23 a lot of time. Those rapid fire hits mean that like if she pays for exceptional, like she could still die through exceptional healing because the amount of attacks you're dealing. And powered arc is just an amazing ability. Auto shock. Anyway,
well, he does automatically transform. So it does give him now kind of a mystic gainer here to start doing it into Black Panther.
yes. And look,
Oh wow.
it's funny that this is classic like this feels like how this happens all the time, right? Your big attack that you really want to go off misses, but then you do a follow-up little chip shot and it just dusts the dusts them. Yes, 4 successes into 1 block from Panther means he takes his 2 damage and is then dazed. And now we're gonna heal Claw, looks like, with a 3 power. Is that a 3 power heal? Yes, it is. Black Arts. Choose a character within 3. They can heal, and then if they do, they take bleed. But I'm pretty sure, there it is, Claw, immune to bleed. Another little cute synergy we see going on here. So Claw will get the heal and won't take the punishment of the bleed condition. And there we go. We still have Daredevil to go to take out Storm, and we might see a
Unfortunately,
four spiders on Steven's side.
yeah, doesn't take out Storm. He's still not holding that point because both Hood and Daredevil are injured. So uh, with ninjas and Daredevil's attack, we hopefully will take out. But again, Bill's coming in to displace, just like you mentioned. So
Yeah, we're definitely we're gonna see that. So it's probably just gonna be um
it's a pretty narrow gap to get through, but he could just throw him behind over the
yeah,
shoulder.
I
And
think
find,
we're seeing a throw past Bill for sure here.
oh, there's the downable.
Indomitable. Let's go. What a place. Great time to play the card. Ah man, Steven played that really effectively. It's like I'm excited to see Daredevil get his full a
He
full
just lined
efficient
up the
action.
spinner.
Yeah. Oh, Bill can move again though, right? Bill will just move again. I think, right?
He should
Yeah,
just
he
move
should.
back to
Get
the
out of
point.
there. Yes. We're seeing
Oh
Shadow
no,
Mage.
we're
Okay.
greedy.
Oh, he's being super greedy. He's doing an attack. Did he pay power? He paid 3 power. Oh, he's looking for the.
Why are we
Uh,
rolling two? Oh, we're into Hood.
we're into. Okay. Wait. So what did he do then? He attacked.
Just the Stormbreaker attack into Hood.
Oh, I thought he
But
spent
Hood
power.
takes
Oh, I see. He spent
1
power for the
damage.
throw. He just did a regular 5 dice attack. Oh man. I would have. Ah man, why are you doing this, dude? Get Hood out of there. You should have. I would have placed Hood away from range 2 of Daredevil because now you're gonna take chip damage on Hood. All right, here we go. This is gonna be freaking awesome. Gonna see a 9 dice. 9 dice area attack, probably. The key thing with Daredevil's Spender here, so Demon's Devastation costs 3. There's only, oh, okay, so there's only the Beast, which is, oh, my bad. There's 2 characters already dazed, so it's only two characters. All right. What is he paying for here? What's happening?
I think he's just doing a basic builder to get the ninjas out, and he's going
Okay.
into Storm.
So the Spender gets extra dice if they're within 2, so he'll have to place the grunts in a spot that are within 2 of both Storm and Beta Ray Bill. He gets a
I
big
think
hit. Oh, but big block. Is this in a bill? If this is in a bill, he can block it all.
I
Vibranium
think it was in the
shielding.
Storm.
Vibranium shielding works. It'll work right now. But it doesn't matter. You're taking 1 anyway, no matter what you do. Storm takes 1 damage. Yes, you definitely, in this situation, he definitely wanted to do an attack into Storm because he needed that 1 extra power to be able to do an area attack Mystic because it costs 3 to turn the Spender into an area 2
Yeah.
attack. So now he's going to spend, we're going to see 6 power being spent. Oh no, the Grunts are going to go first. They get a free attack when they spawn. He's going to chip more damage into Storm. There's another 1 more damage. I forgot about the Vibranium shielding, which is still active. So they're all going to be on damage reduction, both Bill and Storm. So Bill's going to be pretty tough here. And maybe that's why he kept him here, now that I say that. But it is Mystic, so it means Bill's not rolling as many dice. Did Storm gain power the proper way? Yes. It's only been 2 1 damage attacks. All right.
All right, here we go.
6? Are we seeing 6 or are we seeing only 3?
I would like to see
Oh
the
man,
6, but I think I hear dice
he's
rolling.
not saving it. He's saving his power for next time maybe. All right. 9 dice. Oh my gosh, dude,
Oh
are you
no!
serious? Oh man, that's so funny how bad that is. 2 massive spenders in a row and he gets like 3 or 4 successes total. That's just tough. Good thing he
We've
didn't
seen we've seen a lot of spinners this round actually. Claw, Darkstar, Hood, and Daredevil all had spinners, and none of them
did
really came out
really
like he was hoping.
Yeah, Panther getting 4 damage on Panther was the biggest of them all. But all right, M'Baku is going. He is doing what you suggested he would do, which is move and get a terrain throw. Yep. So it looks like we're gonna have Wakanda. Like, let's see if Bullseye survives this, but I don't know if he will. It's a very unlikely, and he does living on 1. Um, but we've got M'Baku gets to make an attack now. And we might see Wakanda get 6 points this round. He's gonna get, if he can take out Bullseye here, he's gonna get both witnesses because of his healthy characters, and he's gonna get 2 spiders, giving him
All
going
right,
to
so we see
14.
a spender coming in from M'Baku, I'm guessing. We see 8 dice rolled, no power spent, but
Okay, yeah. I forgot to mention that Bullseye is also going to drop a piece, so we're going to see 3 spiders, 2.7 points. It's going to be 15 to 7. That's just wild. And yeah, I think if I was Daredevil here, I would have definitely gone for the area attack just because Bill was healthy, and it's like the only way to win
yeah.
that objective would have been to take out Bill, and I know that's like a super tough ask. But now,
Actually, this is great claw leadership. It's going to be a tight fit, but he should be no
oh, he's
problem.
gonna win the point. Yeah, I love to see it. Oh, that's awesome. Nice work there. It's too bad he didn't have more power to like. But okay. That's great. I love it. I love it. It slows down the score by a significant amount. He's only going to get. He's still getting a decent. He's still getting 5 VPs though.
So going to 13, still definitely a uphill battle.
Yes. So it's going to be 13 to 7. 13 to 9. All right. So it is important to note that that excuse me, 3 spiders plus both secures is going to be enough to win the game for Steven. If Steven can win both secures, which he could do by dazing models at the right times, um, he just needs to have 3 spiders, which he probably will get if he dazes the right characters. So I think, um, like, Mbaku could
He's
die
also got the
here, right?
option
Like,
for all according to plan.
oh, so does he have that
So there's
card? Okay, he does.
he,
Okay, but
so there's
he has priority.
potential.
He has priority. So he
Yeah,
doesn't
so
need
there's
to play the
yeah.
card this time. So basically, that's like a um if the game goes an extra round, you get to play all according to plan and you get to basically finish the job, or that's what I would see happening. So if I'm Steven here, you need to make a comeback. I would.
So one point we just missed right there was that the witness moved over to Storm and did daze her during the cleanup phase.
Okay. So that
So
so she
she should be
drops the
dropping
cube.
a spider.
Yes. Let's see if they get. They should. Let's see if they get it. I'll let them know if they're missing it. Wakanda missed one of his VPs. Oh yes, he did. Yes. Whoops. Shit.
Yeah, and just to be perfectly clear there, you score before any of these cleanup phase effects. So
Yes.
score
Thank
before
you,
this witness
Ramsey.
move.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. All right, we got it. Perfect. Love to see it. I think this game's been pretty clean so far. We've caught a few of the little hiccups, so I don't think we've missed too much. So now we have Steven going with priority. Um, all right, so the question is basically like, oh man, Bullseye here. Does he have enough power to kill M'Baku? I mean, you do the spender. You can do 2 spenders, but that means you'd have no damage reduction. You can have guarantee 3 damage on M'Baku. So you would just need. Here's a
Okay,
spider.
we're
We're
still
rolling
rolling
spiders.
spiders.
Okay. You would need just one of your 3 attacks to do 2 damage. Just a blueberry. First time chatter. Welcome. All right, so M'Baku is moving away.
I would have liked to see a range 3 come out just to move him a little bit outside of potential double tap on Bullseye.
That's exactly right. The only thing with Bullseye, like maybe he's gonna activate Bullseye first here. Um, what are we
Shadow
seeing?
Org coming out with
Shadow
the
Org.
range 2 stealth.
Okay, so now who's paying for it? Looks like all the criminals just paid for it. It means that you cannot attack a criminal unless you're within range 2 of them. So Darkstar is the only one that you could deal with there. Now it's not going to matter too much on this hood side. I don't know if I mean I personally might have considered not playing it on hood or Daredevil here because they're already in the mix. Excuse me. Um, but either way, let's see if this comes in handy.
Yeah, interestingly, it took Daredevil out of spender range.
We
Now he
are
needs to be able to.
okay, so we are going with Daredevil though. The grunts are picking up the spider and run away. Double move. I'd love to see a double move here, but we're gonna get it. We're getting blood. Maybe I don't know. I haven't run the math. Maybe these guys know he's already considered the point situation.
Oh no!
Oh man! All right, I was right.
Never
Yes,
committed.
yes, yeah. All right, yeah. All right, so just 2 blocks it all. Yep. All right, I was right the whole time. Okay. Hey,
We're all
everyone,
guilty of seeing the blood there.
watching. I don't say this often, and every time I remember to, I'm never recording. So if you're not subscribed or if you're not following the Twitch channel, I'd love to get a follow from you. And if you didn't know, I have a YouTube channel where I upload all these recordings. It's just my name, so it's basically my Twitch username except without the one. And if you could subscribe there, you could catch replays if you miss any streams. So Just a Blueberry says, "Hi, are you rooting for someone?" No. I mean, no. I would say in this fight,
We're
I'm
pretty impartial
impartial.
here.
Yeah, I don't know either of these players personally, so I'm I'm just excited when players make great moves and make sure they follow their rules, and I just love the game, so I'm just streaming it for the love of it. All right, Daredevil spent for a spender, it looks like, and he rolls mediocre to below par.
Looks like it went into Bill
5.
as well.
All right. We don't have Vibranium shielding up anymore, so is he gonna? Oh no, it's into Panther. I like
Okay, I like
it.
that.
Was that that was both of his actions though? So he the grunts, man.
Hmm.
So the reason he kept the grunts there is because he wanted more dice, I think. Let's see here. Daedalus says, "What did I miss?" Well, the I don't know when you left, but Stircrazy took a great scoring position at the end of round 3. So round 4, Steven has an out here uh, if he's able to hold on to his 3 spiders and win both secures, he will win the game. He has more activations than Stircrazy, which means that he will be activating last. It could be impactful enough to um, yeah, the first activation was Daredevil. He did an attack into Storm, I believe. And then he brought the ninjas. The ninjas picked up a piece, did attacks into Storm. Daredevil attacked into Storm, and uh, and then did a
Then we
spender.
spinnered.
Yeah, did a spender into Storm as well. So, or into Panther. So now Storm has taken 1 and Panther's taken 3. We've got 3 Wakandans that are very low. Um, hmm. I don't know this game, but my hubby appears to be playing, so I'm just cheering like an unknown goober. Oh man, that reminds me of my wife who comes in here often, but she trolls the chat. All right, she doesn't participate in. All right. Anyway, yes. Which one? Which side are you cheering for? Just a Blueberry? Okay, so who went just now?
So
What
it was
just
a
happened?
6 attack die, but nothing came out of it.
So
I'm
Storm
gonna.
pumped dice, maybe. Okay, here we go. Yep, Storm pumped her dice to roll 6 dice energy, and now we've got a spender. You love to see it. I think it's new and improved, right? It got changes. Um, so now it's the Hurricane. She's pumping the dice too. That's why we're seeing a 6 power spend. So she's gonna get 8 dice area attack. Her friendly characters do not suffer damage. So this is going to be a 3 8 dice attacks into the criminals team here. Let's see who he targets first.
Looks like the ninjas.
All right. So the ninjas are dead. Okay. Rip ninjas. Should have ran away. We've got a claw leadership coming up, but let's see if he remembers because I can't really tell him. It's an optional leadership. Let's
So
see.
on extracts alone, Wakanda is sitting at enough for a win here. That really puts a burden on the claw player.
Yep. Stircrazy is my husband. As long as everyone has fun, I'm happy. That's great. That's seems like that's the approach Stircrazy takes as well. Well, he's doing really well. He just needs to hold off a wave of criminal activities here on the other side. All right, Claw getting a nice attack. I like this for the. I like this getting in on the action on this side because he's gonna probably activate Bullseye and take out that other side of the board. Um, let's see. No blocks. Looks like that was a 2 dice, so that was Hood. We got 4 successes, means Hood's taking enough to get KO'd. Oh man, that
Yeah,
um,
that's definitely gonna hurt.
that's gonna hurt. I think you really needed that Hood activation if you wanted to really feel good about what your plans were. Oh man. Daredevil here. Daredevil's looking to take 6
Another
damage,
claw.
probably. Oh yeah, yeah, nice. I like that. Daredevil's looking to take exactly 6 damage here, so he can immediately get that spender off. Okay, let's see. Let's see what actually happens. Holy freaking god!
Well, he
Storm,
might.
he might. Oh my, he might take 7 damage and just go. Okay, so he doesn't count blanks on the side, does he? I don't think he does. No, he does. Okay, so he has 3 into 7, takes 4 damage. Oh lord. He is in spender range though, because he just needs 2 more power.
Yeah, unfortunately, he activated first, so
Oh shoot, he's already. My
he's
bad.
got to
I'm totally calling this wrong. Yes, yeah, yeah.
he's got to survive this turn on points, which is going to be really hard.
Yes, Steven is the blue guy. Yep. Yeah, yeah, my bad. I'm totally calling that totally wrong. Daredevil's already gone. All right. Ouch. He man, I would have loved to now that I'm looking back, I would have loved. He just went like the problem is that he went with the Daredevil activation because of the grunts getting that the full action economy, getting 2 actions. And but then he didn't get anything out of it, right? So you really
Yeah.
lost what you wanted out of Daredevil, and you didn't get to do like the area attack spender too. I would have held his activation because you would have. That's tricky because you would have just got tossed away probably. There was no real good answer here, so I can understand why Steven made the decision he did. Okay, so we have it's anyway. Storm is done. She just rampaged through the criminal team a little bit, and now we have Claw trying to finish off Panther. Panther's got 3 dice, but he can spend 2 to buff it. He is. Let's see. Panther needs to go here if and oh man, he needs to go here if Steven needs to if it's gonna make a comeback. So and that's what we're seeing. We're seeing a dead Panther.
Yeah, just what he needed.
All right. Yes, there's step 1 in the mastermind, the criminal conspiracy here was to take out the Black Panther, T'Challa. All right.
Now, the difficult decision is you've got one more action on Claw. Bill is still healthy, so he's still very easily just going to come in and take this point.
Yeah, I think you do you have any way to displace yeah, unfortunately uh Bill's going to be tough. I think that's why Hood needed to like survive there because you needed that extra attack into Bill to take him out because can Bill's already gone. Wait, Bill's already gone. What's I think is that a
Uh,
mistake? Is that a miss?
I don't know what Bill did.
Funny. Okay, so I think there might have been a miss on the like accidentally putting the token on Bill. Um, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm not gonna
So we
jump on
just
first with
saw
this.
Claw make another attack in the Storm. Storm blocked it.
Wow, monster. Yeah.
So I think we the lesson we're learning is Claw likes to live by his dice and definitely die by his dice. He's had good spikes and some pretty bad whiffs.
Yeah, I agree that that's a problem. We just have dark. So we're tossing Darkstar. I don't know if it matters about tossing Darkstar. But yeah, I don't like this because now Bill's out of power, so we can't do damage reduction. One big hit from uh there's Bill's activation now. Okay, so one big hit from Darkstar could like just take out a chunk his health. Bullseye basically has to activate right here and take out M'Baku. He's got enough power to do a spender and a hit and run, which would let him pick up the piece. I would really like to see Bullseye activate and kill M'Baku here if Steven wants any chance of getting back into this game. If even if Bill gets displaced, Stircrazy still wins the match.
We saw Steven measuring out 3 from Darkstar to see if she could portal up Daredevil, but unfortunately he's just barely out.
Yeah. So I guess like another thing is that putting Claw could have put Claw closer to like inside of the Fisk point, and that way you could have teleported him range 3 onto it to tie Beta Ray
Hmm.
Bill. And then that would have maybe prolonged the game an extra turn. But we were looking at Bullseye doing a spender. Oh, is he spendering into um, Bill? I mean, you kind of need to deal with both of them, so let's see who he attacks. Only one block. Oh, 2 successes. Not a very strong attack, but it is auto bleed. It went into
So it's
Bill.
going to
Oh
Bill.
man, that's unfortunate. Because now, yeah, it looks pretty much over. Yeah, it looks like Stircrazy is probably almost certainly going to lock this in. He does have a rapid fire attack automatically on this one. He's got a big hit. I don't know, Mickey. I don't know. We'll see now. There's still questions in the air. 4 into 1. So it means he's going to take 3, but he's going to reduce, so take 2. And
Now,
now,
I'd be looking to aggressive now to see if there's a way to end up 3 away from Darkstar, but still 1 on the point.
yes, good call there. You'd want to protect to avoid the attack, but looks like he's not moving. Bullseye rolling not well enough. That's going to be, I think that's game right there. There's
I
the hit
don't
and
know.
run. He's going to get on the point. I mean, like, what am I guess, like, M'Baku's now going to attack into Bullseye. And try to displace him. I would imagine. These games would take forever if I played. I am an overthinker. It would take forever to make decisions. Oh my goodness. You're preaching to the choir, right? I'm like, oh man. I am quite the overthinker. Alright. Just out of 3, so can't attack Darkstar. And so you're just gonna punch Bullseye. Yeah, you've got just that's pretty much it. Just there's nothing else to do here.
I like his thought there, though. His thought was that Darkstar is the last to activate. You just take that activation off the board. There's 0 chance for this to be taken away from you.
All right, so we have oh look at that. Oh,
So
just
Bullseye
made
on.
just more punishment here. 4 exactly, no blocks, so Bullseye just gets got.
No triggers actually, so he can't pursue onto the point. So it's still all riding on Darkstar and the
Okay,
ability to
so
remove
Dark Star, how do we win here? We can't. Okay, so we can't what's he getting here? What's this range 3 I'm measuring?
I think he's looking to see if he can move and then push M'Baku with the claw ability. So this is the claw
Oh
leadership
my
trigger.
goodness. Oh man. Okay, yeah, I guess that's really it,
You
but
got to give it to Steven. He knows this claw leadership pretty well. He's never
yeah,
missed a trigger.
I'm super impressed with his ability to like remember all of the triggers. And yeah, it's really he played really well on all of his abilities. I think that I mean there's a couple of things that he just either got unlucky on or he just like is slightly off. But anyway, I think he's played really well for this game. So let's see what happens now. This is
Well,
Dark Star. Yeah, okay.
she does get a full reroll.
I was just gonna say the way out here is one-shotting both of these characters, I think, but that looks like that is not happening.
This poor
So
Darkstar, full rerolls and rolled 3
so
skulls
you
and
you
both.
could still kill. You could actually get Bill here, and the game continues. So that's your out. Your out is to you attack Bill. They drop the piece. They're not on the point, which means they only score 2 points this round. You score 3 points this round. So it's going to be 15 to 12. It's definitely in your range to win it. It's a big
Okay.
roll. Bill rolls nothing.
Oh,
Dude, who gets one of these? He gets
is this
Bill.
it? Wait, we have full rerolls still coming in.
Oh no, he doesn't get it. So he needs to do full reroll. He needs to get 4 damage on 7 dice, and he can stop the. Oh my goodness. Am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong. Oh, okay.
Okay, here
He has
comes the
got to do it. Here
rerolls.
it is. Okay.
Wait, why?
He needs 4. He needs 4.
Oh, you have to reroll
Yes, you
all.
have to reroll all.
Oh no.
Oh
Well,
my goodness. No way. Off by 1. He could have kept the game going and put in a great position, but Bill survives on frickin' 1. The MCP special, baby. That's the game. Oh man, it literally came down there to like 1 die face, and if he gets him, he's in a yeah. I mean, they're both in pretty precarious spots, but Steven has the and there's the range 3 place, but it doesn't matter. Um, we're gonna see 5 points scored for Stircrazy, and we're gonna see 3 points scored for Steven. So we're gonna jump into their chat now.
all right, sounds good.
All right.
That now.
Yo.
Yo.
Hey guys, man, that was a really awesome way to end the game. Just down to the wire. Love to see it. Um, and both you guys played like you played your affiliations incredibly well. Like remembering your triggers on your leadership and things like that. I don't think I think you caught everything that I could see, especially the Steven on your side hitting all those claw triggers. I think you hit every single one, and I think you made great decisions on all of them. So it was really cool to see you guys like do really well with these play really well with these affiliations.
Yeah, thank
Uh,
you.
Steven, how long have
Thanks.
you been playing Claw Leadership, and how do you feel about it?
It's interesting, is what I'll say. Like, part of why I'm playing it is because it's so weird. In comparison to like other stuff, it's super selfish, but it gives you a lot of movement, and movement can like win you games in a lot of weird ways in like these sorts of games. So, I think it's definitely playable, which is more than some people think it should be.
Yeah, I mean, I saw right here. It's pretty cool. I liked I liked a lot of your decisions, and Stir Crazy, you're playing Wakanda this season. I've seen a few. You've played a couple of games of Wakanda already, and how do you
Mhm.
feel about them, and what do you like about them?
I've been wanting to play them ever since I got M'Baku painted. And I just like the fact that they can swap from being kind of a trishy to also being really scenario focused. And I've fallen in love with this model,
Which
M'Baku.
M'Baku? Yeah, you like him. The
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. The one thing that like I guess we saw when you did your opening activation with Spirit and all that is
Mhm.
I guess like the standard play in my mind is to play activate Bill first and grab that middle piece with Eyes on the Prize. I mean,
Mhm.
maybe my brain is too like smooth and I didn't see what was going on there. So why did you opt to basically not grab the center line and went with M'Baku instead?
That's just me being new with the list. I brain farted real hard. I'll be
Okay.
honest.
Okay.
I was like, he said that. I'm like, oh shit, he's right.
Yeah,
But
there's
Yeah.
yeah, but
also
that's
interesting things where like Panther playing for Spirit when Panther actually has the ability to say double move, pick up an opponent's spider, and then pounce back, which puts a lot more objective pressure on the
mhm.
opponent as well.
It's like I've only played like 4 games with a list, and I'm still learning a lot of the openings and whatnot.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
like, what's that? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that. Well, we when we saw both lists drop, we were all looking forward to the situation where Claw used his end of activation ability to push M'Baku or another character off a point, and then M'Baku gets to do the defensive reroll, and we want to see
Yep.
what happens there, and then we got to see it halfway through the game. So it was just a fun
Yep.
little cute little synergy between, or like counter synergy and synergy between the characters and the teams.
Yeah, and we
Mhm.
both remembered them.
Yeah, very rare to see the Mbaku player remember that part of the leadership. So
Right?
kudos to that.
Yeah.
It
All right.
was a
Well,
close
anyway,
game.
thanks for letting us stream the game. It was really fun, and good luck in your future weeks.
All right, you
Mhm.
too.
Yep. Thanks.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Good night. I forgot to say Thanks to Zeke for streaming. All right, so I'm saying it now before I end the stream. All right, thanks Zeke. That was awesome. I had a blast.